We already have our first official look at March of the Machine, the next set coming at us way sooner than I am comfortable with. Phyrexians are invading the multiverse everywhere. All this art from different planes being invaded by Phyrexians. Can you feel the completion in the air? I know I can. Speaking of, hello and goodbye Ayara. We're really jumping in hot here. Hold on to your butts, this ride's gonna get real bumpy. Heliod, the Radiant Dawn, is 2 of anything and 2 white for a 4/4 legendary enchantment creature god. When Heliod enters the battlefield, return target enchantment card that isn't a god from your graveyard to your hand. You can also, wait a second, no. Okay, you can pay 3 of anything and 1 Phyrexian blue mana to transform Heliod, activate only as a sorcery. Heliod, the Warped Eclipse, is a 4/6 legendary enchantment creature Phyrexian god. You may cast spells as though they had flash. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card your opponents have drawn this turn. Oh my goodness, the Phyrexians are invading everywhere. I'm like, how do you turn a god into a Phyrexian? How do you even do that? Oh, complete the faith, complete the god. Well, that's genius. Just turn all the believers into Phyrexians and now you have a Phyrexian god. I love this all so much. I'm legitimately freaking out right now. I can't believe Heliod's a Phyrexian. I bet Elspeth is having some feelings about this right now. Right, okay, is the card good? Well, it recurs an enchantment for you as long as it isn't a god, and when you turn it over, all your spells are instant speed now. Okay, I actually don't care about the card. Elspeth has to come back to Theros to finally kill Heliod, right? Like, it has to happen now. That has to be a thing. Jin-Gitaxias is 3 of anything and 2 blue for a 5/5 legendary creature Phyrexian Praetor with Ward 2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, draw a card. You can also pay 4 mana to exile Jin-Gitaxias, then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery and only if you have 7 or more cards in hand. I guess let's take a look at the back. The Great Synthesis, terrifying name, is an enchantment saga. On chapter 1, draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size for as long as you control the Great Synthesis. On chapter 2, return all non-Phyrexian creatures to their owner's hands. And on chapter 3, you may cast any number of spells from your hand without paying their mana costs, exile the Great Synthesis, then return it to the battlefield front face up. I mean, just what? 5 mana for a 5/5 with Ward 2 that lets you draw a card whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or higher. It's already not even bad. Now, you do need a full hand to transform Jin, but if you have that, it's only 4 mana, and then you get one of the most absurd sagas ever made. I mean, come on. Right off the bat, you're up to 14 cards in hand, then you upheaval all non-Phyrexian creatures, and then finally you Omniscience, because that's safe and fair. I don't have the first clue how to evaluate this card except to say that it's a friggin' nightmare to play against, and you better kill Jin even through that War 2 if you don't want to straight up lose the game. This is nuts. Moment of Truth is a common blue card, whatever. Flavor text. On the precipice of eternity, Elspeth made a choice. The fight would not end without her. Okay, so Elspeth just can't die, or she's coming back as an angel. Look at those angel feathers falling. I'm just saying, we could be seeing an Elspeth angel. I need to start breathing better than I am right now, or I'm gonna suffocate. Breach the Multiverse is 5 of anything and 2 black for a sorcery. Each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Then each creature you control becomes a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. Okay, so this is what the Phyrexian creature text on Jin-Gitaxias meant. Hot dang. All worlds will know perfection. Giving me the shivers right now, Elish Norn. This story spotlight card obviously exists to show us the actual straight up invasion of the entire multiverse. Giant 7 mana sorcery, but it hits everyone for 10 cards, hilarious in Commander, and you get everyone's best thing, and you get to make them all Phyrexian. That's a flavor win right there. I might have to build a deck about Phyrexians and making everything Phyrexian. Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. Chandra, Hope's Beacon, is 4 of anything and 2 red for a 5 loyalty legendary planeswalker. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. This ability triggers only once each turn. You can +2 and add 2 mana in any combination of colors. You can +1 and exile the top 5 cards of your library. Until end of your next turn, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from among those exiled cards. You can also -X, and Chandra deals X damage to each of up to 2 targets with an absolute bomb planeswalker. She just straight up comes with twin cast. That's fun. She goes up to a whopping 7 loyalty by color fixing for you, which is cool. But then she somehow also goes up when going 5 cards deep in your library for card advantage. That's an up ability. And sure, she can just annihilate 2 different Poor Souls, that's a given, but that +1, wow. That is an incredibly powerful ability. Chandra is, yeah, she's real mad. Omnath, Locus of All is 1 white, 1 blue, 1 Phyrexian black, oh no, 1 red and 1 green for a 4/4 legendary creature Phyrexian Elemental. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes black instead. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card if it has 3 or more colored mana symbols in its mana cost. If you do, add 3 mana in any combination of its colors and put it into your hand. If you don't reveal it, put it into your hand. Omnath is also a Phyrexian. Okay, I want the Phyrexians to win. I want to be on this team with Omnath, Locus of All, what a name. Anyways, this is a dream commander, rainbow color identity, rainbow synergistic trigger, and Omnath once again keeps you from losing mana. Maybe just lean your deck a little more black than usual. I'll definitely be building this. Would it be bad to build an entire commander deck and do a deck tech of it a month before the set even comes out? Is that bad? Let me know your thoughts. It sounds bad. Is that bad? Drana and Linvala is 1 of anything, 2 white and 1 black for a 3/4 legendary creature vampire angel with flying and vigilance. Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. Drana and Linvala has all activated abilities of all creatures your opponents control. You may spend mana as though or mana of any color to activate those abilities. This is too funny. I'm actually shaking due to the humor and awesomeness. A vampire angel duo. Never in my many years would I think that Drana and Linvala would be hanging out like this, but leave it to the Phyrexians to bring everyone together. Beyond all the hype, what is so awesome about this team up card is that the creature typing and the colors will make a great fit for both vampire and angel decks. This is like a super hate bear, very annoying to play against and powerful in the air, effectively stealing all of the activated abilities of everyone else. Commander Prison Nightmare over here. Ghalta and Mavren is 3 of anything, 2 green and 2 white for a 12/12 legendary creature dinosaur vampire with trample. Whenever you attack, choose 1. Create a tapped and attacking XX green dinosaur creature token with trample, where X is the greatest power among other attacking creatures, or create X1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. The coolest part about this card is Ghalta and Mavren doesn't even have to attack, it just says whenever you attack, that's great. But of course, you are going to be attacking with your giant 12/12 trampler and either create a massive dinosaur or an army of vampires. I feel like the set is going to be a customizable perfection. You'll be able to imagine any combination of things you want to do and then just do all of them, because there will likely be a pair of creatures put together on a card that fulfills your every wish. See, the Phyrexians are bringing the perfect multiverse. I knew it all along. Thalia and the Gitrog monster, great band name, is 1 of anything, 1 white, 1 black, and 1 green for a 4/4 legendary creature human frog horror with first strike and death touch. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever Thalia and the Gitrog monster attacks, sacrifice a creature or land and draw a card. What a pairing, it's a better love story than Twilight. This is easily my new favorite Obzan commander, hands down. What a beast. It actually is just taking a great part of both Thalia and the Gitrog monster, putting them together, and releasing a card. This is legitimately good and oppressive to boot. Puts your opponent's tempo way behind on board, impossible to deal with in combat. And you can ramp because why not? And you get to draw cards. It's so good, it's so perfect. There's no way it could get better than this, right? Yargle and Multani, oh my goodness, best set ever. Right, okay. Yargle and Multani is 3 of anything, 2 black and 1 green for an 18/6 legendary creature frog spirit elemental. As I wrote this, I laughed, and as I'm sitting here reading it, I'm laughing again. Just come on, this is the best card in the set, right? Like hands down, literal perfection. Let's read the flavor text. Quote, "I've heard much about you from my daughter," Multani rumbled. "There was a time when I'd balk at your aid, Phantom, but she has shown me the merit in Urborg's strange ways." Let me just prepare for this. Gashag, Ribbit. Oh, we're also getting the gain lands back, and each of them shows a different area under attack. Nice way to make people care about the non-rare land cycle, big props there, but it pales in comparison to everything else we've seen today. I know that spoilers are coming real quick off the heels of Phyrexia just coming out, but I can't ignore this hype, I just can't. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, as well as any content you'd like to see on literally anything we covered today. Also, yes, I will be talking about every single commander-specific card revealed, so keep an eye out on the channel for that, coming at you real soon, and as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.